3, 2, 1, go.
Walk, girl! Yes!
You've been gracing magazines since 1999. What has been your favorite part about that?
You know, I think traveling, I think just being able to live in the countries and experience and, you know, I probably wasn't supposed to be there, but I found my way little by little.
Right.
You know, in the beginning, it was really hard for me. I was considered overweight. I was considered just not your typical 6 foot, size 0 girl. And so that kind of took me a little while. But then, you know, slowly I opened a door and then a couple closed and I opened a couple more and they've closed. And then finally I opened them. And with modeling, you kind of you get this built up armor, right?
Okay, is that what got you through it?
Yeah, and I think little by little, like, oh, I don't care what you say, I don't care what you say, and you start to really build that confidence. By the time I ended up getting into acting, I was like, you know, some people are gonna say no. I'm like, I've heard no my whole life.
Right.
So in 2000, the girl who wasn't supposed to model made the cover of French Vogue. So
Change the game and open that door a little wider for everybody else. So your daughter is modeling now, and I was at her first fashion show. So how was that? I mean,
Venice.
Right, in Venice.
Oh my God. Literally, this was one of the most amazing fashion shows I have ever seen. You know, so here we are in Venice. I mean, look at this gorgeous dress that you have on. And then, I mean, you were singing in Italian.
Ooh, girl, it took me the whole pandemic to learn this song.
She sings in Italian too. It was my daughter's very first fashion show for Dolce & Gabbana.
Yes.
We flew there, and she wasn't even nervous. I was nervous for her, you know.
Uh-huh. And she grew up practicing in your heels?
Not only her, my other 3 children as well. I have 4.
All your children?
Yeah, so she's 18, then I have 2 more boys, 17 and 16.
Oh.
And then I have a 13-year-old daughter. You have a 13-year-old
Yes,
son.
I have a 13-year-old son.
I mean, they know how to walk in heels, yes.
Wow. Well, what is it like for you having a house full of teenagers now?
They run the house. They run the house because with 4 kids, well, now my oldest daughter moved to New York because she's going to college in New York, which is so crazy. So one room is already empty and dark. Not empty, she still has her things in there, but it's like the light is off in that room. Yeah, and so my other 3, when they have friends over, it's like a lot of kids. They run all over the house, and then I don't know where to go anymore myself. Yeah.
And then all your births were filmed of your babies?
Yes.
Have they seen it? And are you going to show it to them?
My dad actually filmed it. I know it probably sounds strange, but my parents were all there, you know, when I gave birth to my kids. And I wanted it documented because I thought if they don't want to watch it, they can always toss it, but at least they have it.
I love that idea. I wish I had known about that.
Were you very loud and screaming?
No, I had a cesarean. I said, get this baby, I want to go home. And so, but I wish, that's a special moment because I'm a picture fanatic. Like I still take pictures of every phase, and you like, stop taking pictures because when they get to that teenage age, they don't want you to take pictures. They want to hold on to their image, you know?
I have that right now. Why, Mom? Why do you always have to take photos?
Right.
And I'm like, because later you're going to want to see you at that stage, and obviously if I don't take the photos now, you won't see it.
Exactly. That's so true. Okay, so you got a big birthday coming up. You're turning 50. Are you having a party?
Well, I hope so. I told my husband, you better get on it. It better be good.
That's a lot of pressure.
Every year, it wasn't like a big birthday, so I thought, you know, you always have like family and friends, but I thought 50, that's like a pretty big number, so I said to my husband, I would love to now have a big birthday party. Do you hear me, my love?
Uh-oh, get him. You hear that? Okay, and then your Halloween costumes. I think you're the queen of Halloween with the costumes.
So much
Do you
fun.
see this?
I know, can you see my little face in there? The thing is when you're trapped, so already 3 hours.
That's you?
Yeah, that's me. So already 3 hours before, I'm not drinking anything, I'm not eating anything, because what are you gonna do? I can't be like, I have to go to the bathroom, guys, you know, get me out of this. It's not possible. I can't even move my head to the side. I can't go here, I can't do anything. I'm just stuck. So everything moves.
Are you claustrophobic
like
in there?
Am I claustrophobic in
Yeah.
it? I was like, I was so wet. It was like I was literally leaving a well, it wasn't a snail trail, but it was a worm, kind of rainworm trail, but it was, you know, because I was just sweating inside so much.
How soon in advance do you decide your costume?
Very long before, because this had to be built. It's like a foam thing, and I have to fit exactly in it, because also I didn't want any human body to be seen in there anymore. So, you know, I didn't want to see a curve of a breast or a hip. So everything was tight. So I was literally like stuck in there like this, and I could only like move like this.
like a worm or something.
And then I said to my husband, if I fall, which I will, because I really wanted to do the interviews on the floor because I thought it would be funny. I was like, but if I fall on my face, make sure, look where my face is, because I don't want to be like, you know what I mean? Because then, oh my God, there's my makeup on the couch.
It's okay. I love
I was
it.
like, don't let me suffocate if I fall on my face.
Well, okay,
Because you can't get up. Have you ever tried? You can't get up.
have I ever tried?
It's not possible. Like if you don't have elbows or anything to push you off, or even your legs, if you can't move them at all.
What if
you're
your
just
back
like,
was itching or something? What you do?
You just can't do anything. You can just be a worm.
Now, they got it written down here that I'm supposed to tell you that I went to modeling school, but I don't even feel right. When I was a little girl, yeah, when I was really young, my mother used to keep all of her kids in curricular activities, and I took modeling. I went to Sears Modeling School. I feel real crazy telling you that.
I love that.
But I feel like, you know, you can
What did you learn?
All I learned was the Model T. Can I show you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, girl. Yeah.
That was about 30, 40
that
years
on my
ago.
own. So I wish I had somebody to teach me that. I had to learn that on my own.
That's the question I want to know, because, like, okay, like your boyfriend is a basketball player. They have basketball coaches. Do you guys have modeling coaches or anything? Like, how do you train?
No, we don't have modeling coaches. I think like you kind of just are in that world and you just learn as you go. So like the first times I've walked, I would review how I was walking and be like, I didn't like that, or like, I don't like how my hand is swinging, so I need to fix that and just practice. But also I think the best way to practice is by looking at the greats and like looking at people who you really admire. So like I watched Naomi Campbell's walk all of the time.
Oh my goodness.
Like that is my favorite, most iconic walk, and I feel like sometimes I try to channel that energy because she just walks with such confidence and grace.
Yes.
Chef's kiss.
Oh, listen at that. Well, since you're here, I want you to show me a little walk or two. Can you teach me a step? I want the Winnie Harlow walk, baby. You gonna teach me a little bit? Y'all don't mind, do you? Okay, I'm gonna tip on over here.
Tip.
What is it all
Tip
about?
on hardwood floors.
Tip. See, I don't have the model heels on. I got the
I honestly don't have the right heels on either, but we're gonna make it work.
Okay.
These little heels keep falling off my foot, but.
So if I was on the runway, I would do what?
Okay, first of all, I like that little pose that you had. I like to start off with something that gives me that confidence.
Okay.
So that, I hold it. Then they be at the right before you walk, they always be like holding you here and they're like, okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Walk, girl! Yes! Woo!
Go on. Ready?
Ready?
Yeah. Give it to them. Yeah. I know that's right.
Did I do that? Yes! You done grew up on everybody. You on the cover of GQ Hype.
Yeah.
You got the internet going crazy. Don't be modest now. We got all these tweets and stuff. How you feel about that?
Oof. I'm still getting used to it. You know what I mean? I'm still getting used to it. You know, I don't know if it'll be something that I'll ever be like completely settled and comfortable into, but I'm just really happy that people could grow with me. You know what I mean? My audience was able to kind of grow with me and see me in this phase. Thank you.
They screaming at you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I have to ask you, where were these pictures taken at?
Okay, so like that photo right there was where we were supposed to shoot the whole thing, right? It was in like a studio, it was like set up, but then the photographer was like, I'm not feeling it. And then threw me in a car and we ended up shooting the rest of it at this old Italian society, pretty much, you know the beginning of Goodfellas with that long tracking shot? It felt like I was there. It felt like there was like a hit that was gonna be called, and like I was gonna have to do something about it. And it had been around since 1877.
Oh.
And it was like an interesting vibe. Yep, there it is. I'm standing there, and she was like, "Great, this is cool. This is a vibe. Take your shirt off." It was like, all right. And that's how that came together.
Well, you worked that photo, that's for
Oh,
sure.
yeah,
That's
you know.
look at him, living his best life. Did you ever model?
This is going to sound insane. I was the first woman on the front of the cover of Vogue that had brown hair, black hair, and brown eyes, because there was a rule: blue eyes, brown hair, blonde hair, brown eyes. Not the two.
What did that moment mean to you, to be the first?
Well, you know, I didn't like the cover. It didn't look like me, but I thought, what is this? Like, what's the matter with these people that they can't see beyond what everybody's doing, you know? But when I was working for Vogue, there was a wonderful woman who was the editor, but also great photographers who had total freedom, and it was wonderful.
Common was here a few weeks ago, and I swear that I swear him and John are first cousins. You
I
can't tell me they're not related.
I know.
I'm like, y'all are related, right? Now he says he get mistaken for John often. Does John get mistaken for him at all?
Definitely does. We get, especially at the airport or something where we're walking through and there's a mass amount of people, but mostly everyone's like, John Lennon! John Lennon! And John's like, what? Like, that's so weird. But like Usher, there's a lot of different random ones. But yeah, comment a lot for sure.
They don't look like brothers, y'all. I've been intending to tell John that, like, are y'all related?
I remember this night so well, and it was like, oh my God, it was so emotional and incredible. My gosh.
They did a mighty thing with that song.
Oh,
Glory, by the way.
They really did.
Wow.
Our babies, I mean, that's the thing. People think like John and I look alike, and like, and
do you guys think you look alike?
I do. We both have a bit of like baby faces, so that makes our kids everyone's like, oh, your kids all look like John. But I think since John and I look like, they look like me too.
I love that.
But everyone says they look like John, so
I think they're a mixture of both of you guys.
Thank you.
Don't you think so?
I think so.
I do.
Yeah.
Okay, now Valentine's Day is coming up. And
I
you're
didn't
with
even realize that till
one of the most romantic people, like
No.
romantic song. No? She
We
said no.
are, I mean, I think you know how it is. I mean, like when John writes a beautiful song, it's kind of work. It's like and yes, like All of Me was for me, and that was so special and incredible. But I will say, he loves a date night. He loves a group date night. After the Grammys, we went out because he wanted to go out. He loves going out. Like, I don't know how he has the energy for all of this.
So he has the energy to go out, but you don't.
Yes, I do not. I'm very much like I'm in my teddy robe and I'm cuddling. I'm like paint by numbers. We're watching 90 Day Fiancé.
Ooh.
That is my like sexual date night.
That sounds amazing.
Yes, but he needs to be out. He needs to like touch skin, and like anytime there's like a hole in my dress or something, like in the back, he's like in there. I'm not really doing a Valentine's Day. I'm doing a Galentine's because I love a Galentine.
Aw.
So yes.
That's nice. So
I
that
don't know
means
what we're doing for Valentine's Day, really.
I'm
What
sure.
are you guys doing?
Well, you know what? We'll have to figure that out. Maybe we could do a double date or something.
John would die for that. Like, he'd be so happy.
That would be amazing. And we still owe you guys an anniversary gift, by the way.
Oh, no, you don't.
Yes, we do. We'll figure
I
it
always
out.
think it's so interesting. People always write us about like happy anniversary to us, and I never write my friends happy anniversary. Are we supposed to do
I don't
that
know
for
if it's.
each other?
I don't know, but if you are invited to someone's anniversary event, don't you
Oh,
think you
yeah.
should bring a gift? I think so, or send one, even if you can't make it.
No, I think
No?
it's like a personal thing in between those two people, and I just like,
So just people there celebrating you is good.
yeah, that's
But
enough.
not. I heard you recently did a nude photo shoot. How was that?
It was great. I loved it.
Listen,
If I
do
could've
y'all
came
see
on-
this?
Now, I asked to come on here naked, but they wouldn't let me do it.
This the happy place. You can't do that here.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Yeah, but you can share the pictures.
I can share the pictures, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You can scroll over, right?
Oh, no, but now we ain't gonna do that now, Tyler. We ain't gonna scroll over, but that's a nice picture.
Thank you.
Okay.
I can get you one.
Oh, you gonna give me
Get you
one?
one for the studio.
Lord, where we gonna put it? I think they want the picture. Listen at the ladies. Uh-oh. Okay, there you go. So this is your 4th season of the real Housewives of Beverly Hills. What is that like?
Oh, this season I feel like is a resurgence of Beverly Hills. I mean, it's like old school. It's fun, it's glamorous. Of course, we're gonna have drama.
Yes.
And it got a little personal too, like we each have our own individual story. The best part is we have a lot of fun. When we're not being catty and shading each other, it's really fun. And the ridiculousness of like how we dress, where we go. I mean, you know, ball gowns to lunch, if you want to.
I like that. Ball gowns
Exactly.
to lunch.
So it's fun. I mean, it's hard. It's the hardest job I've ever done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, does the drama ever get to you?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Ooh, tell me about that.
Girl, how much time do we have?
Oh, my goodness. We got time for you.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, as an actor, you know, you can hide behind a character. It's not you you're portraying, but being on a reality show, it's all you.
Yeah.
It's you, it's your family, it's your house. So sometimes, you know, like anything else, somebody can dig something up or, you know, say something that gets under your skin and it hurts.
That is true.
Yeah.
How do you feel about dating, being on a reality TV show?
That's tricky because not everybody wants to be on a reality show, you know what I mean?
That is true.
But I have a full life. When the man comes, he comes.
She said what she said. Okay, I have to ask you this.
What?
Because you wear many hats. You're
Yes.
an actress, you're a host, you're
Producer.
a reality producer. You're directing now?
No, not directing, but I was an executive producer of a Lifetime movie called Black Girl Missing.
Oh my God.
And that movie was so important to me
Yes.
because I really want us, when Black and brown women or men or children go missing, we want the same coverage as everybody else.
That is so important to use
Yeah.
your platform for that. Oh my God, I love that you're doing that. Out of all of those titles, which one is your favorite?
Mom.
Of course. Of course, Mom. Definitely.
You know, what's really interesting is that when I grew up, I'm one of 7.
Okay.
My mom parented us blanketly. Like, it's the same way she parents all of us. And what I've had to learn with my twins is that I need to parent them differently.
Oh.
Because they have different needs, they're different personalities, they're so different. And so I wanted my kids to be able to open up and say anything to me.
Right.
And be careful what you wish for. Because they'll tell you.
Is one more outspoken than the other?
Yes, definitely Jax, who, you know, yeah, he's the most outspoken one. Yeah, but in a way it's beautiful because, you know, we have this dynamic that if we would go head to head a little bit, and then I would shut down. And I remember one day he walked out of the room and he came back in and he said, "When you stop talking, it hurts my feelings." And I thought to myself, I never would have had the wherewithal to say that to my mother.
Right.
So I'm happy that he's open enough, respectfully,
Yes.
and can say how he feels.
Yes, because we can learn
It's
from
a
our
challenge
children.
being a parent.
That is true.
Woo! Now you got the Calvin Klein campaign, and
Yeah.
what's that like?
It's crazy. I mean, I never thought I would be around the world in my underwear all over the place. That was a lot.
You look good.
Thank you.
You look good.
Thank you.
You look good.
Thank you. Oh my God. And I tell you, it was an eye-opening moment for me to accept my vulnerability and let people see how vulnerable I am when I never had a chance to. So it was great, and I'm so happy about it.
So you feel good about it now?
Yeah, I do. I do. I feel stronger. I feel even more seen than I ever had before because of that. So
You shaved your head?
I did. I shaved my head. I was like, you know what? I wanted to break down the barriers of what and how a woman or a trans woman should feel or look or.
Look at that face. Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you. And I just didn't want them. Thank you, y'all. I wanted
freedom. Look at this. That's beautiful. I got
Supermodel in the house.
I love you. I just wanted to break down that mold of like, your femininity isn't held within your hair or your clothes. It's held within you and how you exude it. So,
that.
yeah.
I love that. Give her a hand for that.
Thank you.
Yes, that is so true. Okay, so you're known for your fashion and the way you set trends on the red carpets and things like that. Like, are you aware of that?
You know what? I don't.
Where do you get your sense of style from?
You know what? My whole objective all the time is to just have a lot of fun.
And I feel like my stylist and I, Wayman and Micah, shout out Wayman and Micah, you're amazing. We're in the pocket, do you know what I mean? So it's like, they know, we talk about what I want. I'm a Virgo. Like,
You're a Virgo too? What's your birthday?
September 7th.
I'm September 12th. Well, we Virgo. Look at that. I did not know that.
So you know, it's like, we have to be very involved and controlling about it all.
Yeah.
I'm constantly sending them pictures, but honestly, for me, it's really about like having fun and like, I don't know. I get to, going to things like, when I get to go to movie premieres and stuff, it's like combining two of my favorite things, films and getting dressed up.
Films and getting dressed up.
If you like this video, smash that like button and subscribe to the Jennifer Hudson Show YouTube channel. Check your local listings or visit jenniferhudsonshow.com to see when you can watch full episodes in your area. And don't forget to sign up for the newsletter.